Hi guys, my name's Seb Tudor. I'm the man on Silver Mountain, and welcome back. Today, I kind of want to start this whole video off with just asking you guys a question, and that is, how many times do you have to tell other people not to apologize? How many times do you guys have to, or find yourself just apologizing randomly or preemptively for stuff that hasn't even happened, or things that you've not even done, or things that weren't your fault? How often does that become a thing for you? Because today I wanted to talk about apologizing, because there are a couple of things that I want to say on this, especially in regards to relationships to one extent or another, but this becomes very much more a wide topic video for today. Because I know that I know especially when I was a kid, being British, I used to apologise a fair amount for things that I really didn't have any control over, or things that probably had nothing to do with me. And there are always going to be those moments where you bump into someone on the street, or where they bump into you, and you're the one that apologises just because, and it's a case of, with apologising, it's usually a case of wanting to not cause anger and upset and kind of excuse you from it, rather than actually a sincere apology. I mean, this is something that we all learn as kids these days, because you get dragged up to someone and you say sorry. A teacher, an adult, a parent, they'll be like, say sorry, and you'll say sorry, and then you're off the hook to one degree or another. And so it's become this word that you can say as just a get out of jail free card. And obviously that's not actually what it is. There's no need to apologise for everything, and it isn't a get out of jail free card. It doesn't remove you from those situations easily. And so, what I wanted to say about apologising was kind of twofold. First off, in regards to apologising, don't do it unless you mean it sincerely. Yeah. There's absolutely no point in trying to use it as a get out of jail free card when you have no real caring or meaning behind what you're saying when you say it. The second thing, though, and this is the bigger topic, is saying sorry, or being worried about being sorry. That fear of people turning around to you and wanting you to be sorry for something. That's paralyzing to a lot of people, and it's something that paralyzed me at one point as well. And it's one of these things that still comes into my head when I worry about putting up another video about a topic that people may not like, or that other people have found controversial, where to me it's just not. And so the thing is, the rule that I've lived by is, do it first. You can always apologise afterwards. And obviously I'm talking about more minor things. I'm not talking about crime. Yeah? Because the law is fairly simple. It goes, do not steal shit, and you go, okay, that's a thing that I just shouldn't do. That doesn't give you, that's a very straightforward black and white kind of rule of don't do a thing. Yeah? Do not kill people. Okay, I won't. Simple, straightforward, black and white. When I'm talking about doing things, I'm like, have an extra biscuit. Start a pillow fight with someone. Call someone by the name that you believe, the way that you feel their name is supposed to be pronounced, and something like that. Do those small little actions where no one really gets hurt and it doesn't break the law or anything like that. And so doing those things, if it turns out that maybe you weren't in the right or whatever else, then you can apologize afterwards. You know, those are small enough situations whereby you can just go, look, I'm sorry, fair enough, my bad, and you can move on. You know, there's no need to worry or complain as much as some people do about how hard things are because, oh, I'm so restrained. Well, no, you're restraining yourself. Go try a thing. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, then you can just walk away from it. And otherwise, you know, if it doesn't work and it affects other people and causes some damage or whatever else, take responsibility for it. Remember, you have to be responsible for yourself, and then apologize. And then if it really comes to it, if it's a thing that's necessary and you're the one accountable, maybe look to help make amends. You know, maybe you won't be they won't want you in that situation to make amends, but, you know, put it forward, try. And obviously in relationships, doing a thing and then saying sorry afterwards is something that's you know, you need to take those risks. And again, I'm not talking about things that are spelled out in law like sexual assault and rape, because those are, again, quite, to one degree or another, black and white in some instances, or most instances. But what it comes down to is, with, I don't know, my girlfriend doesn't like surprises, but I want to throw her a surprise party for her birthday. I think she'll appreciate it, seeing all of her friends randomly out of the blue. You know, do it. Try it. See what happens. You know, do it once and see if it all goes down well. And if it all goes down well, then good job you. You've been that thoughtful, considerate partner who has done a thing and it went down well. If she reacts to it hugely negatively, then, you know, you can go and apologise. You can say sorry. You know, and then if that person refuses to take that apology, then that's more on them than it is on you. You try, you know, the thought behind the thing was that it was a nice thing to do and that you were trying, and you've realised it hasn't gone wrong, and so you've offered a sincere apology. If then that isn't accepted, you've done all you can. Yeah, again, it's knowing where those boundaries are, where you're responsible for what you do, you've taken responsibility, you've offered the kind of olive branch to try and mend whatever it is that was caused. Now it's on them, it's in their court to deal with it inside themselves and to deal with it with you. So, just maybe a shorter video today, you know, in regards to this, but it's something that I feel needs to be said because there have been friends, girlfriends, myself in the past, you know, other people around me who will apologise for things that they had no control over. You know, oh, I'm really sorry I can't be around today. Well, yeah, you're at work. You're contractually obliged to be there. It's not your fault, unless you're legitimately saying that you would quit your job for me, which would also be a bad thing. You know, it's those kind of things that get brought up that people apologise for, and it's like, look, all you need to say is, I'm at work. You don't need to straight out apologise or whatever else, you know. Come down the pub. I can't, I'm working. Okay. Fact of life, nothing you can do about it. Simple and straightforward, really. You know, but there's that fear. And fear nowadays has become such a major driving emotion that it then causes these apologies from those people who are most afraid of these small impacts. But yeah, tell me, what do you guys think? Apologising, how have you dealt with it? Do you apologise? I know that there are a lot of people, to one degree or another, who actively decide not to, even when they probably should. Yeah, you know, what have you seen these people that just apologise for everything under the sun when it hasn't involved them? You know, to me, sometimes it makes me think that they're fearful, other times it makes me feel like those individuals are believing some level that the universe just revolves around them, you know, that they're in some way responsible for everything, when obviously that's not the case. But yeah, let me know. Let's have a discussion in the comments down there. And otherwise, if you found this interesting, gave you something to think about, maybe had you think about when and where and how you apologize, or if you even need to, then please drop me a like, and otherwise please subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Take care, guys.